Hey, it's Gothy, and yeah, that whole weekly video thing, yeah, it didn't quite happen, but hey, that's life. So things are crazy. Um, haven't started uni yet. I've got my list of um, textbooks that I've got to get. Although I think I already have one of them at least, so then that's only two that I have to get this time. Got my list of subjects. Um, and I think uni starts up at the end of the month. So I've got like 2 weeks maybe, which means I've got 2 weeks to work out all the other fiddly bits around being an adult, basically. So Andrew and I have been doing this whole being better adults thing, um, where we are actually having meals at overnight time. Even if we're tired, we're making ourselves cook, and we're taking our lunches. We're not buying them anymore, and I'm having breakfast at home. So it's saving us a bit of money, but it's also actually working. And I've lost 2 kilos in 2 weeks, so I'm kind of scared. um, every other attempt that I've made at losing weight, like even exercising and dieting and stuff, has never worked. So this is kind of new territory, and we'll see how it goes. Things with the doctor that I was seeing in regards to getting a proper diagnosis didn't pan out. They're not going ahead. So I'm back to square one, but I've got a few ideas that I need to just action, which I might try and get to today. It just depends because I've got a bunch of cleaning that I need to do, and then um, I'm making a new start with a friend of mine. We both bought the same pattern from Heaven and Earth when they were having their big sale in the last month of. I think it was the New Year sale or the Boxing Day sale. Either way, one of them. We both bought the same pattern, and we're going to start it and stitch it together. So we're going to start that today. Um, so that'll be later on. She's got a few things to do, and I've got some cleaning and stuff to do. Yeah, so I'm going to get up, start cleaning soon. I've got a silver side to put into the slow cooker, and that will give us dinner for tonight. We're going to do it with some roast veggies, and then it will give us lots of extra meat so that we can do like silver side sandwiches or something for dinner tomorrow night, and just something easy. Because Andrew might not be here, so it'll just be me. So instead of ordering pizza or something, I'll just cook something easy. This other new start is this one. It's the Frosted Pumpkin Into the Jungle stitch along, and it's on Color Cascades, Silver Springs, Opal, Ada. So it's glittery as shit. But yeah, those are the things that are happening. There's not really been much else. I've been playing a fair bit of WoW, just trying to get some stuff done. There's some new content, so I've been playing that. Cleaning my room, reorganizing things. I've moved. So I've got my Blizzard shelf, which has all of my Blizzard things. So there's like Warcraft movie, World of Warcraft, there's some Heroes of the Storm stuff. Um, and I had my Overwatch stuff on there too, but Overwatch has so many pop figures now that they weren't fitting on the shelf that I had for Overwatch. So I've taken them off and I've put them on top of my bookcases right next to my computer, and I've spread them out so that they're all there. There's still, I think, 2 or 3 that I need to get for Overwatch, for the standard sort of ones. And then there's a couple of chase ones that I need to get. And it also means now that I have an extra shelf on my Blizzard shelf, so I can move some of those pop figures around and stuff too. So I'll be doing that at some point. I'm going to do laundry today. I've just got to pick up some rubbish and stuff like that. I'm going to do the bathroom. I've got to clean the kitchen. Put dinner in the slow cooker. And I've got to pick up a few things outside as well because, yeah. And that's pretty much my plans for today, is to do some cleaning, do that. I think I might need to run down the road to get some vinegar to put in with the silver side when I put it in the slow cooker. But I'll have to check the cupboard and make sure, just all to see if I have to do that or not. Yeah. So apart from that, got the new start that I did, and I've got another one that I'm doing today. That's about it craft-wise. Oh no, I've been doing some more work on Arthas. So there's been another 2 pages of outline on this side. So I've moved the hoop. You can see where the hoop was before. Yeah. So Arthas is coming along. It's getting there. It's still, I mean, it's still very much progress. Yeah. That way, yeah. There we go. But yeah, I've been doing a little bit of work on that. The class schedule stitch along has started, which is the Harry Potter classes themed one. And the first design is kind of disappointing. So Armada Designs did a Nintendo stitch along last year, and it was really good, and I was tempted to get into it as well, but I decided not to for some reason that I don't remember. But the designs are really good. Each of the sections were like really full of stuff, and this one is just not. It's actually quite disappointing. There's a lot of people giving the same feedback, so pretty much everybody has been modifying their designs. So I think I'm going to stitch one of the ones that someone else has designed, to sort of fill it up a bit more, because it is just like this tiny little section, but I haven't actually started it yet. Because the other thing that I was thinking was that I would wait until the next month comes out and then decide if I want to commit to stitching it. Otherwise, I've got a cool needle minder and some cool fabric that I can use for something else. And we'll see. So there's that. New computer is going brilliantly. I love it. I got my new keyboard as well, the one that I ordered in the Boxing Day sales. It is amazing and rainbowy, and it's really cool. When I play Overwatch, it has like a built-in game setting for Overwatch, and every time you change characters, the keyboard colors change. And when you play Lucio, it's got like these waves of green that go through the keyboard. So it's sort of like his weapon. So it's pretty cool. I'm very happy. Very glad that I got it. And I don't think. Oh, I've got some books that I bought. So this is one that I bought. I found it for $12, and it seems really interesting. It's The Rich Control Everything, Even Time, and it's alchemy and sorcery and yeah, it just seems kind of interesting. So I've got that. I've also gotten one of the bookstores that I look at every so often had a buy two get one free. So I got First Life by Gina Showalter, and then I got Glass Sword and Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I don't know. But yeah, they're things that I'm going to put on my shelf at some point. I have started a reading challenge. I set my reading challenge for 150 books this year on Goodreads. And I've started reading Akane by Lynette Noni. I'm not even halfway through yet. It's in my bag for work, so it's back there. Not even halfway through yet, and so this challenge that I'm doing is to read a YA book every week, and they give you a prompt, and you've got to pick the YA book that meets that prompt, and it's in the Australian YA book bloggers something or other group on Goodreads. So this week's prompt is supportive friends. So someone in the thread where they're like sort of planning what books they're going to read and like giving suggestions and that kind of thing. So they're going to pick up Akane. So that's what I had that sitting on my shelf. It's been on my shelf for a little while, and I hadn't read it yet, hadn't started it, so I thought it would be perfect. I'm not actually liking it that much. Like, the world building and stuff is really good, but what's really bugging me is, like, it's about this girl who her parents are putting her into a boarding school, and the day that she gets there, she goes in to talk to the headmaster on the very first day, like, to get her timetable and find out where she's staying and stuff, and she falls through the doorway into another world. And just immediately, it's like, oh my god, you're the first person that's ever done this in, like, so long, and, you know, this is amazing, and we have to keep you protected, we can't tell anyone, and it's just automatically, like, straight into that special snowflakeness kind of thing. So far, there's been no sort of love interesty stuff, which is, that part is refreshing, but, like, the very next day after she's fallen into this world, which is completely different, she's in this school, because she came out right next to another boarding school, of course, but she's in this school, and she's doing all the classes, and she's trying at them and stuff, and, like, as her parents are driving her to this boarding school in the real world, it's like, oh, you know, they're going to leave me here, it's going to be so hard, I'm going to miss them so much, and they're not going to be able to, I can't contact them because of where they're going, and, oh, it's so hard. But in this new one, like, she doesn't think about her parents again for, like, 4 weeks. And then, like, she doesn't seem to actually be worried about getting home. And she's, you know, throwing herself into all these classes and stuff. And it's just like, I don't think that it would be realistic. Like, this is a completely different world where, like, you go into the mess hall or the cafeteria, and there's a page with the food the food options. You press a button and it materializes in front of you, and she's just okay with it. Like, that's... yeah. And I know it's a fantasy... I know it's fantasy YA, but there should be... yeah, I don't find it very realistic. It's not very satisfying. But I'll finish it off anyway. And, yeah. I've actually got to spend some time, maybe tonight, sitting down and reading it so I can get it finished. Next week, the prompt is Love Oz YA, so it's going to be an Australian YA author, and it's a space-themed one. So I'm going to pick up either These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, or I'll be picking up Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Yeah, they're on my shelf over there, that's why I was looking over there. So, yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Like, there hasn't really been much. Christmas was great because nobody bothered me. New Year was great because nobody bothered me. I'm on secondment at work at the moment, so I'm not doing my LAC work. I'm doing a different project entirely, and it's very much more intense. It's more involved. There's a lot of responsibility in this new role. I've been there for 2 weeks now, and we've been told that it will either go for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 3 months. So it's just a matter of finding out how long we're going to be on the project for, and just, yeah. And I think it's going well. I'm getting some good feedback from other people, and yeah. It's very intense. It's very draining. Yeah. I can't really say what it is, which is the point that it's kind of bugging me at the moment, because I'm like, I can't really explain why it's draining without saying what it is, and I don't think I can, so, yeah. But it's going well. It's going well. And, yeah. I'm trying to think what else. I don't think there's been much else. It's just been sort of, we're just trying to get things organised for when I start uni up again. Because once I start uni up again, it's going to get very full on very quickly again. Because I'm doing this new project at work and it's very intense. And I come home and I'm just drained and I'm wiped. And then I'm just going to have to come home and do uni work. And the subjects that I'm doing sound very intense. Where's the list? I'm going to find the list because they are... Oh yay, my internet is here. Cool, I had to pay my internet bill. And bachelor. Okay, so I've got lifespan development, specialist communication, applied counselling practice, and organisational communication this semester. Yeah, so it's going to be kind of intense. That's funny. Getting emails from service providers because I'm a person with a disability about NDIS stuff is kind of amusing. It's like, yeah, I already know all about the NDIS. Sort of work in partnership with them. That's what I do. Yeah. But yes, I mean that's pretty much it. Like, it's just been, yeah. Oh wait, did I show those off? I don't think I have. Berserk got Afterpay, so I've been buying goth things. See if I can reach it. Can I reach it? I can. I bought shoes. And they've got little bats cut out in the details around the side, and there's a little bat at the back. And yeah, I wore them to work yesterday and the day before, and they're actually really good because the platform's not too high that I have to adjust the foot plate on my chair at the moment. It's not pushing my knees up too much or anything like that. But not only that, it's actually absorbing a lot of the bounce from when I'm using the wheelchair, and it's preventing a lot of my dislocations that I usually have on a day-to-day basis, which is awesome. Plus, they're cute. And we had the manager of this project that I'm on, secondment for, come in the other day to sort of have a chat with us about how we're going and some of the new processes that they're introducing for the LACs and for us. Talking about that we may have to be trained up to do a secondary project on top of this one that we're doing already. And he was like he's going through all this stuff, and then he's like sort of stopped, and he like sort of rolls over to me on the office chair, and he's like, "Oh my god, I love your shoes," and like rolled back and just like kept going. It was great. He's lovely, and he's like just super energetic, and he's very passionate about what he does. He's kind of like a puppy in terms of like the energy and stuff that he has, but it's great. But yeah, everyone at work has been giving me a lot of people, not everyone. There's been a few people that have like stopped and like come over and like, where did you get those? Because I need some. The other thing that I got was a little. It gets really warm in our office, even with the aircon, because the aircon's a bit dodgy. So they had a little spiderweb fan, which I'm going to take with me to work when it's hot. And then I've got. Can I do this? Oh, they're going to fall. No. I think I might have already shown these, I'm not sure, but still have the tags on them. They're little cuffs with bat wings on them. And I got a goth as fuck headdress, which is super cool. I'm very happy with it. And you can like adjust it so that it sits wherever you want. I'm trying to do this in the camera, and it is not working because it's like reverse. Yeah, but it's pretty awesome. Yeah, and the horns are just plastic ones, so that's very lightweight. It's by Restyle. I think I might have actually shown that already. But yeah, Berserk have got Afterpay, and they're doing a moving sale at the moment. I think they ship internationally, so you got a chance. But you'll have to double check. And I've also unboxed my dusk candles that I got. Dusk is like this candle shop we have in Australia, and they have really expensive candles, and for Halloween they always have these really nice ones. So I've got these like purple and black lacy sugar skull ones. Because I always wait for them to go on sale after Halloween, because they're expensive. And then I got these ones. And I paid $20 for both sets, and there's 3 in each, which is cool. And I got these the other day. They're glitter pens. They're by Zig Memory System. They're called the Wink of Stella. I found a full set on eBay for like $36. Took a little while for them to ship, but yeah, I'm very happy. And I haven't used them yet. I only got them the other day, but they seem to be really nice. They're not brush pens. They are like roller gel sort of things. And this one is... Okay, so this one's just a clear with a little bit of glitter in it, and it's not even going to show up. Cool. So yeah, they're all glitter pens. They're all just different coloured ones, and they're all quite responsive. Quite nice. Super glittery. Yeah, I'm very happy with these. So I was looking at getting some other ones from other brands, but yeah. So there's a lot of glitter in them. It's not very easy to tell. Sorry. But those arrived the other day. I also got these really thick cork sheets because I've got a miniature from Malifaux, and it's one of their older metal ones, and you can't get the bases for them anymore, so I'm going to make a base because it comes with like the basic round one, but then there's like a sort of graveyard sort of scene that he usually sits in, and because he's the metal figure, they have a rectangle of metal at the bottom where you slot them into the actual base decorations, and he would sit on that, and he'd sit flat. So without that, there's a little slot in the round base, but his little rectangle is too small for it. So it's either you pack it with a bunch of green stuff and just base it like you would a Warhammer one, but I wasn't happy with that. So I've got this cork, and the idea is to basically just carve my own base and then just put because it's cork, I can go through it and I can make the rectangle slot in there for the model to sit in, and I'm going to make it my own little graveyard sort of thing. So that is the plan. Anyway, we'll see if that actually works out or not, because that will be an entirely different story. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't really have anything else to share. So I'm going to go start getting some cleaning done. I'll put some laundry on, put dinner on, do all that. Check if I have balsamic vinegar, because otherwise I've got to go to the shops to get some. But yeah, I will hopefully talk to you guys soon, and hopefully have, well, I'll have some more cross-stitch progress to show. Probably next week or the week after. Yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. It's the button.